All right, welcome to this explainer. Today we're kicking off part 1 of a 10-part series where we are going to build a completely rock-solid foundational frame of reference for machine learning. Look, if you're an IT professional and you're trying to figure out how to bridge your traditional technology knowledge over into this wildly fast-paced AI space, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to cut through all the noise, ditch the hype, and just establish the fundamental building blocks you actually need to navigate these concepts with total confidence.
So this entire series distills an absolutely fantastic masterclass called The 30 Common Terms Used in Machine Learning. It's put together by Virtualization Options, LLC, and they're a premier Colorado-based technology research, education, and advisory organization. And honestly, their guide is just brilliant for us IT folks, mostly because it uses really easy-to-understand, non-technical examples that map right back to the systems and tools we already use every single day. Today, we are keeping our focus strictly on the essential terms found in Chapter 1. We aren't jumping ahead because it is absolutely crucial to have a really solid general understanding of these core terms first. It gives us that common frame of reference we'll need to build on later.
Okay, here's our roadmap for today. 1. A common frame of reference. 2. The overarching discipline, AI. 3. The subsystem, machine learning. 4. The engine, algorithms. And finally, 5. Wrapping up Chapter 1.
Section 1. A common frame of reference. Let's get right into it and set up our baseline.
Before anything else here can really make sense, before we can even start talking about neural networks or model training, we need to map this whole thing out like a nested IT systems diagram. Just think of an architecture you're already familiar with. You've got your macro discipline at the very top, you have a dedicated subsystem sitting right beneath it, and then you have a logic engine that's literally powering the whole shebang.
Section 2. The overarching discipline. AI.
So at the very top, we have artificial intelligence. AI is simply the broad, overarching macro discipline. Just think of it as a massive container. Much like how you might categorize networking or security as these giant parent disciplines within your IT department, well, AI serves as the ultimate parent container for everything else we're going to talk about today.
Section 3. The subsystem. Machine learning.
Drilling down one level, that brings us to machine learning. Machine learning is a highly distinct subset of AI. It's officially defined as systems that improve their performance over time without being explicitly programmed for every single scenario. And I gotta say, this right here is where the entire computing paradigm completely shifts. Think about traditional software for a second. It's essentially the super rigid rulebook, right? A developer literally has to write out an exhaustive, headache-inducing list of if/then conditions. But machine learning, entirely different beast. It's kind of like hiring a smart junior employee who sits down, reads through, say, 10,000 past IT support tickets, and just figures out the complex patterns themselves, without you having to write a single rigid rule.
So the absolutely crucial takeaway for this subsystem is that machine learning doesn't replace logic. Actually, let me rephrase that. It actively discovers the logic from your data. The data itself is essentially writing the rules.
And just to show you the sheer scope of this ML subsystem, it basically relies on 3 primary learning paradigms. First up, we have supervised learning, which learns from labeled examples, kind of like giving the system an input paired with the correct answer key. We see this heavily used in the enterprise. Second is unsupervised learning, where it just finds hidden patterns in completely unlabeled data. And third is reinforcement learning, which learns by pure trial and error, getting digital rewards for making the right moves.
Section 4. The engine, algorithms. Okay, going one layer deeper, an algorithm is quite simply the set of mathematical rules or instructions that a machine learning model follows to actually learn from that data and make its predictions. This is the raw logic engine that's making the decisions inside our ML subsystem.
Now, for those of you who write scripts or code, think of this exactly like a sorting algorithm in traditional programming. It is the method, not the end result. Just as quicksort and merge sort both successfully sort data but use entirely different approaches to get there, ML algorithms learn from data using very different mathematical methods. Out in the enterprise, you are going to encounter a whole variety of these mathematical engines. You've got linear regression for predicting continuous numbers. You have decision trees doing rule-based branching logic, random forests which blend multiple trees together, support vector machines that draw classification boundaries, and K-nearest neighbors, which predict based on similarity. Look, they all achieve machine learning, but under the hood, they function in completely different ways.
But as you well know, just like managing complex IT infrastructure, there is no silver bullet here. And that brings us to a really fascinating concept called the no free lunch theorem. Basically, it states that no single algorithm is best for all problems, period. Choosing the right algorithm depends entirely on your data type, how much data you have, and the highly specific problem you're trying to solve. Because of this, rigorous, continuous experimentation is always required in ML.
Section 5. Wrapping up Chapter 1.
So we have successfully mapped out our nested systems architecture, and hopefully this gives you a rock-solid foundation. Just to quickly recap, starting with step 1, we know AI is the broad macro discipline, our big container. Moving down to step 2, ML is the distinct subsystem sitting inside it that discovers logic from data. And finally, in step 3, we inspected the mathematical rules of the algorithm engine that makes that discovery happen.
Now that we've got this common frame of reference fully established, we can clearly see that AI is simply the vehicle and the algorithm is the engine that drives it.
Which leaves us with one final, absolutely critical question as we gear up for Chapter 2. If the algorithm is the engine, what exactly is the fuel we have to feed these systems so they can actually learn? Think about that for a bit, and I will see you in Part 2, where we dive into data fundamentals.